Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Flame Entertainment and Sports. It's your boy Rob here. Have a special episode for you all. We have Valerie Alden joining us. She's been on the show a couple of times already, and it's gonna be an exciting episode. First off, Valerie, thanks for taking the time to join us.
No problem.
But yeah, so Valerie, you're in the audience at the Voice. Obviously, you're a huge Kelsea Ballerini fan.
Yeah.
So, like overall, what was it like? Being in the audience at the Voice.
It was just an amazing, special time. Like, I know I've said this word. You live the moment. Like, it was a moment. I had to get dropped off in a certain location, and then we had to hop on buses, and then we headed from in the bus to another location, and we were in a holding room for, I don't want to say, an hour and a half. Maybe it felt longer than that. And it was just amazing. They gave us some food, water. They wanted to make sure we were hydrated because it can be a big deal. Like, maybe like they just wanted to make sure we were hydrated and like we don't faint. And I ended up meeting one of the contestants' father. If I'm remembering her name correctly, her name is Jaden, I believe. And it was just an amazing moment. And her father's been on The Voice before, and I just wanted to introduce myself, and I shared my warm wishes, and I had met another contestant's mom. I don't remember his name. I believe his name is Adam, if it's at the top of my head. Yeah, it was Adam. And it was just an amazing moment. And when I walked first, when we all walked in the arena, I was like, "Oh my goodness, this isn't happening." But at the same time, I had to compose myself and show some professionalism at the same time. There's a girl inside me screaming, "Team Kelsey, Team Kelsey!" Um, and the other coaches were amazing too, and then particularly the contestants. Like one performance, I was moved to tears. He did an amazing job, and each and one of the coaches worked really hard to help them. But the contestants worked their heart out. Like, to make it this far is such a huge honor and deal, and I'm very proud of each and one of them. I really am.
Nah, it's amazing to hear, and nah, it's really cool that you got to meet a couple of the family members. That's kind of like with me in the past, like going to different sports games,
Yeah.
specifically in college football. My favorite team is the University of Miami. Hurricanes, and it's pretty cool. After their games, like I know the spot where they all go, and they all hug their families and all that.
Yeah.
I can relate to that in a sense, so that's super cool to hear. And like you said, all the judges, do an amazing job. We have Kelsea Ballerini, John Legend,
Yeah.
Adam Levine, Michael Bublé.
Buble, yeah, he's awesome. He ended up interacting with. I'm still in fangirl mode. I know I have to wash my hands for health, but I don't want to because he went up to my group where I was sitting, and like gave us all high fives and hand hugs. I'm like, ah. And the same with the other coaches, and it was awesome. I got to interact with Kelsey Ballerini a little bit, and
Yeah,
John Legend.
what was it like interacting with Kelsey?
It was it was unreal. This is a woman who I've really admired, a young artist for a while. Her music means a lot to me. There's this one song that I see myself in. Her song is named "Wait," and I really see it because I've been always afraid of change. I've had a lot of changes in my life, like from being adopted from the Ukraine, leaving an orphanage at age 2, coming to the U.S., and my parents wanting to head up near Sacramento because my dad had an awesome job, and it's just been a lot of change, and just like a lot of people bullied me, and people who should have known better. But and it's just a lot of changes in my life, like. And like we all have a story to us, each and one of us, even the artists have a story. And tonight I saw that during the live show, the contestants, I could see it hit home. It hit home for them. But just seeing Kelsey, it meant a lot to me. Like I was there to support the contestants and then a lot of the other people too. But it really meant a lot to me that she and I got to speak a little bit, like at the end. Like, it meant a lot to me.
Nah, it's amazing, and like your story is definitely amazing too. And it's always cool, and of course, we could be fans of an athlete, a musician, whatever it may
Yeah.
be. But when you relate to like a specific thing that they do, it just like it hits it's like extra special. And
Yeah.
there's certain TV shows, movies, whatever it may be. But yeah, the fact
Yeah.
that you have such a connection to Kelsey and that song is so like meaningful to you, I think it's so
Yeah.
special. And I'm super happy that you got to have that moment of like
Thank
interacting
you.
with her. And yeah, now I want to ask you because like I feel like people would want to know what would you say are some of the differences of watching The Voice like in person versus watching it how most people do through TV.
Oh my goodness. I really when the different coaches came on stage, I was like, wait. You're real. You're real. Like, oh my goodness, you're real, Michael. You're real, Kelsey. You're real, John Legend. And he is the legend. And Adam Levine, of course. It's just amazing because seeing the our artist contestants in person was just an amazing moment. Like, it's different when you're watching it on a television and when you're there in the audience. Like, I was blown away. Like, the performances were beautiful, and I have to say this. When I had heard Kelsea Ballerini was performing live tonight, I was starting to get a little teary eyed in the hotel lobby for a happy reason. And I think the DoorDash delivery driver was like, "Are you good?" But I was just like in like fangirl mode, and seeing her performing live, and I was very proud of her because I know it takes a lot of courage for any of the contestants, including the coaches. I mean, we're all human. We all get nervous. It was just, yeah, like astonishing moment, beautiful moment. It is interesting. Like, not really, interesting is not the right word, but it's really got a different perspective. Seeing the cameras behind the scenes, and being on camera. And my mom's actually watching it right now, and
Oh,
she said that she saw me. So it's like it can be different in a lot of ways. It was just, I cannot get over this night. It was just an amazing night, and I actually will cherish for this for
nah, that's amazing. Now we're super happy for you. And yeah, uh, I guess I could ask you now, like in terms of like another question in terms of being there. What's it like in terms of like let's say during commercial breaks or like the whole production part of it that we don't see. What would you say are some things that you notice that that we can't necessarily see when we're watching it on TV?
the thing I can say is the environment is extremely bubbly sided. I actually, this one gal and I started a chant tonight. We were just like clapping, and everybody all of a sudden did it. And it was really, oh my goodness. So, like, I'm really into like behind the scenes and like all that kind of stuff. And just seeing the coaches like getting ready, and like Kelsea Ballerini was like, and like even Michael, like I was like, this isn't happening right now. Like, this is the behind the scenes. Like, this is really cool. And like seeing the contestants getting ready backstage and stuff, and just we were all like waiting, interacting. It was just really, it was a really fun time. Like, even off camera, like I felt safe to be myself. Like, kind of a funny quick story. My outfit, I was supposed to have a jean jacket on, but I worked with this. So that worked out really well. And yeah, it was an amazing.
Nah, that's amazing to hear. I'm glad like the whole experience sounded like it was amazing. So obviously you talked about interacting with Kelsey. Any other stories in terms of interacting, with like Michael or any of the other
Yeah.
coaches?
The one that was really special was Michael Bublé, because he had gone up, like I said earlier, he had gone up to, like, I had made acquaintances, like friends, not like we traded contact information and stuff that we met. Like, so there's one gal next to me and another gal next to me. And we were just going like we were just like jamming it all night. Like, they had asked us to be up on our feet, energizing and stuff. And I could tell Michael got a kick out of our squad. And but oh my goodness, it meant a lot. Like, the fangirling way, like when he had gone up to us and he had like high fived us, and I was like, "Ah," and like John Legend too, and shook our hands. And there was one point that Kelsey Ballerini waved at us, like me and like the other gals next to me, and it was really neat. Like, and they're very interacting with all the people around around. It was really cool. It was really cute that the contestants actually like held up the phones and they had to go ah. So it was really it was a really neat experience.
Nah, super cool. I love to hear that it was so like interactive, and it's not just about like the show, right? It's not just like, oh, they're
Yeah.
on, the cameras are rolling or whatever it may be. It sounds like everyone is really having a good time, and they care how not only like they care not only like how the audience at home feels, but it seems like they care, how the audience there in attendance feels. And
Yeah.
one more question for you. So in terms of like where the show is like recorded from, is it
Mhm.
like a smaller venue, a bigger venue? I would guess a smaller one, but like what
Yeah.
type of venue is it?
First of all, my mouth dropped. I couldn't believe it. I was at Universal Studios. It
Uh,
was in a certain area, and it was smaller. I was a little surprised. Like it wasn't this ginormous arena like the Kia Forum in Los Angeles or something. But I actually, me personally, I felt like, safe, like that it being smaller, like in where I was sitting too, I felt safe, like, so, or where I was standing. So they were having us standing there. And but yeah, so it was really interesting. Like when I first walked, I'm like, oh, and I was like, no way. But we were right, we could literally touch the stage and
wow,
then we could like quite close to the chairs where the coaches sit, and my squad and I were really close to. We were close to Kelsea Ballerini and Adam Levine. Yeah, it was interesting. Like that's when we go back to earlier when you mentioned about TV versus being in the audience. That was one of the moments. So I'm like, wait, what? Like we touched the stage.
that's super
So
cool. I love to hear that it was like, yeah, like a smaller venue, so it
yeah.
makes it more intimate, makes a experience more special. Like
I mean, at one point, like, Kelsey was right there. I'm like, Kelsey. I still had to maintain somewhat professionalism, but again, there's a fangirl screaming inside me, and I really wanted to tell Michael kind of something unique because his name in Ukrainian is Makal, like that accent, like Makal, and his name short is Misha. But I just thought, like, I wanted to share that with him.
that's awesome. But yeah, Valerie, before we wrap this up, any other thing regarding the voice you want to mention, or any other message you want to put out there to the people?
I actually wanted to say something to the contestants. I really wanted to congratulate you guys. You guys have worked extremely hard, and it's a huge honor. Myself in the audience, I could feel the story in each and one of you when you guys were performing. And to the coaches, I'm not a contestant, but I wanted to thank you for mentoring these contestants. And it was a beautiful, beautiful performances out of each and one of you. And Kelsey, girl, you killed it. You killed it. For your song Baggage. And I just wanted to say it was great meeting everybody, and thank you.
I love that. I love that. But yeah, Valerie, thanks again, for joining us on the entertainment portion of our episode this week. Everyone, make sure to go to Instagram, follow Valerie at Valerie Alden underscore, and the rest of her, social media handles will be in the description of this episode. Whether you're watching on YouTube, listening on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, make sure to go check her out. Her page, like I said, Valerie Alden underscore. She has a great photography page as well. So make sure to, check out all those social media handles. But yeah, Valerie, thanks again for, coming back on the podcast, and we hope to have you again,
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
and yeah, guys, make sure to, check us out on Instagram and TikTok at the flame underscore ES. And yeah, guys, till next time, everyone, take care.